Hello, everybody. I want to talk to you today about something I call Aspire. Are you ready to escape the rat race? Are you ready to work on your own terms? Maybe you want to do a side hustle. Maybe you want to start a small business. Well, I'm here today to help you do the work. So, I wouldn't advise anybody to just up and quit their job. Um, And Aspire is kind of an acronym I use. In a way, it helped me in leaving my job. I actually have a workbook that you can purchase called the Aspire Workbook. Aspire is just a way of getting prepared to leave your job or to leave your 9 to 5. Um, if you enjoy your 9 to 5, maybe you should stay there. But if you're ready to leave and do something different, maybe a side hustle, then Aspire will be the perfect guide for you. So, the A would be to assess your situation. Do you like your job? Do you completely hate your job? So, there's a couple of things you need to think about before you just leave your job. There's pros and cons, right? So, jobs have security of knowing that you're going to get a paycheck every 2 week or every week. You get health benefits from your job. You have maybe a 401k plan. Maybe you have an FHA plan, so there's plenty of benefits there. But if you are like me, where I got to the point that I hated the constant rat race, I hated being chained to my desk. I wanted freedom to get up and to move how I chose to earn a living, then this is likely for you. So just assess your situation. Um, do you need the health benefits? Do you have health problems? But you can also always get health benefits from other places. All of the big insurance companies have private health plans that you can purchase. So assess your situation. And the next thing I would say is save. The S is for save. And when I say save, I mean save. Save up as much as you can. Ideally, you would like to have 6 months of reserves in the banks, meaning that you could pay all of your bills for 6 months before you just leave your job because you don't know how this is going to go, right? You don't know how this business is going to go. But you just always want to have some money saved up, right? So when you leave, you have a little cushion just in case you have slow months or whatever. You have that little cushion there in the bank that'll help you along. The next thing I would suggest you do is make a plan. So my plan was to decide what it was that I wanted to do as far as side hustles go, and then figure out which ones I wanted to do, and then go and do those side hustles. So that was my plan. I chose a couple side hustles and then I got to work on those side hustles. You can start with any number of things, but let's just say DoorDash for the sake of saying. So maybe you should try that out first and see if that's something you like. If that's not something you like, keep your day job and try a different side hustle. So you're on your grind from 9 to 5, and then from 5 to 9 would be side hustle time, so you can try and figure out a side hustle that you like. Okay, so that would be your plan. Um, the I would be to implement whatever plan you came up with, which would be, going out, trying out the different side hustles, um, and seeing if you like those side hustles. And where there's one, there's 100. I actually have a freebie that you can get down in my bio in the link, where 100 different side hustles you can try. And you don't need any fancy degrees or anything. It's just something you can try from, anything, from Uber to DoorDash to Amazon to printables to ebooks, e-guides, YouTube. I mean, it's just so many different side hustles you can try. Okay, so you want to grab that from my bio and get your freebie on 100 different side hustles. So the I is implementing those side hustles and figuring out which ones you like. Now, once you've decided which ones you like, I want you to go and reassess your situation. Did you find a side hustle or two? How much did you make from those side hustles? Is it enough to leave your job? Are you getting close to the amount of money you was making at work? Does your husband or your significant other have insurance? Maybe you can be on his insurance plan or her insurance plan, and you don't necessarily need the health care. And you've been doing the side hustles for a couple of months, and you know about how much you can make. Have you made enough to replace your day job? Maybe you have. And if you have, then you go along to the E, which is escape. And this is the escape plan. Now that you have assessed your situation, you have saved up, you've made a plan, you implemented that plan, you reassess your situation. Now you're ready to escape your job. Now you have your money saved up, you know what you want to do. Now you can give your 2 week notice. But this probably will take a course of a couple of months to figure out and to do. So don't just decide today you want to give a 2 week notice at your job, but you don't have a plan at all. You haven't saved anything. You haven't tried any side hustles. Um, you haven't done anything, and you think you're just gonna go and start something and you're just gonna make all this money. No, it does not work like that. To be very smart and strategic will be your best bet when you're doing side hustles, especially if you're going to depend on that for your primary income. And trust me, it can be done. I know several people who have left their 9 to 5 and started doing all kind of things, door dashing, Uber, selling ebooks, or just a number of things, and it has worked out for them. But for me and my situation, I was working at an insurance company, but I was working as a nurse, and I was completely burned out. I was tired of being chained to a desk or while seeing however many patients in a day, and I just felt like I was drowning. And so I really want to help other mothers, especially, but I want to help anybody, but mothers in particular, to do the work of trying to find something freeing. Also, while it being something that they enjoy, but they can also make a significant amount of money from. There's just so many different ways where you don't have to miss your kids' school, or not school, but missing their basketball games or football games, cheerleading practice, or whatever it is. You don't have to live like that no anymore. You don't have to work the 12-hour shifts as nurses, be on your feet all day, and then have to come home and be a mom. And basically, you're coming home just to put your kids to bed, to get up in the morning and start it all over again, and feeling like your day is completely gone. So there is really no excuses, guys. Anybody can do these side hustles. Anybody can make a plan. Anybody can leave their job and do a side hustle if they so choose to. And it could be done by anybody. I mean, you don't need the degrees anymore. You don't have to have a doctorate to do this. But if you want to live free and without regret, then I suggest you Aspire, or get the Aspire workbook, work through it, and see, take away what you will and see what works for you. Until next time, bye bye.